Without any further assistance or guidance from you, I have loved you assiduously for 8 months, 2 weeks, and a day. I've been stood up 4 times, left 7 packages on your doorsteps, 40 poems, 2 plans, and 3 handmade note cards that I left town to send to you. You have been no help to me on my job. You call at 3 in the morning for me to drive 27.5 miles across the bay before I go to work. Charming, charming. But you are of no assistance to me. I want you to know that this was an experiment to see how selfish I could be, to see if I would really carry on to snare the possible love, to see if I was capable of debasing myself for the love of another person, to see if I could stand not being wanted when I wanted to be wanted, and I cannot. So with no further assistance or guidance from you, I am ending this affair. This note is attached to a plant I've been watering since the day I met you. You can water it your damn self.
Ever since I realized there was someone called a colored girl, an evil woman, a nag, I've been trying not to be that and leave that bitterness in somebody else's cup. Come to somebody to love me without deep and nasty smelling scald from lie or being screaming in a street full of lunatics, whispering, "Get me out of here." I didn't have any of that for you. I brought you joy and I found joy. Honest fingers round my face with dead musicians on 78s from Cuba or live musicians on $5 LPs from Chicago, where I have never been. And then there's that woman that hurt you, who you left 3 or 4 times, and just went back. After you put my heart in the bottom of your shoe, you just walked back to where you hurt, and I didn't have nothing. So I went to where somebody had something for me, but he wasn't you. And I was on the way back from her house in the bottom of your shoe. So this is not a love poem. This is a requiem for myself. And I lived and I loved that way and kept sorrow on the curb. Allegedly for you, but I know I did it for myself. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand being sorry and colored all at the same time. It is so redundant in the modern world.
Tubes, tables, whitewashed windows, grime from age wiped over one's legs spread. Anxious. Eyes crawling upon me, eyes rolling in my thighs, metal horses gnawing at my womb, dead mice fell from my mouth. I didn't really need to. I didn't really think I could. Just one day off. Get off of me all of this blood, bones scattered like soft ice cream cones. I couldn't have people looking at me. Pregnant? I couldn't have my friends see this dying dangling between my legs. I didn't say a thing, not a sigh, not a scream to stop the eyes from looking at me. Get them steel rods out of me. This hurts me. And nobody came, because nobody knew once I was pregnant and ashamed of myself.
I lost it. Touched with reality. I don't know who's doing it. I thought it was me, but I was so stupid. I was able to be hurt. And that's not real. Not anymore. I should be immune. But if I'm still alive, and that's what I was discussing, how was I still alive and still allowing other people to hurt me? Oh, I survive off of intimacy and tomorrows. That's all I've got going. And the music was like smack, and you knew about that. And still you refused my dance, and that was enough. And being colored is like a metaphysical dilemma I haven't conquered yet. Do you see the point? And my soul is too ancient to understand the separation between soul and gender. And my love? And my love? And my love is too delicate to be thrown back on my face.
Somebody almost walked off with all of my stuff. Not my poems or a dance I gave up in the street, but somebody almost walked off with all of my stuff. Like a kleptomaniac working hard and forgetting while stealing. This is mine. This ain't your stuff. What can anybody do with something of no value on the open market? Did you get a dime for my things? Hey man, where you going with all of my stuff? This is a woman's trip, and I need my stuff to fool and I about. I got a mainline number to my stuff. Now won't you put me back and let me play this duet with this silver ring in my nose? Honest to God, somebody almost went off with all of my stuff and didn't bring anything but the kick and the swell. Why don't you find your own things and leave this package for me and my destiny? What you gotta get from me? If it's really my stuff, you gotta give it to me if you really want it. But I'm the only one who can handle it. You better say that.
One thing I don't need is any more apologies. I got sorry greet me at my front door. You can keep yours. I don't know what to do with them. They don't open doors or bring the sun back. They don't make me smile or get a morning paper. Didn't nobody stop using my tears to wash cars because of sorry. I am simply tired of collecting. I didn't know I was that important to you. I'm going to have to throw some away. I can't get to the clothes in my closet for all the sorries. I'm going to tack a note to the door, leave a message by the phone. If you're calling to say you're sorry, call somebody else. I don't use them anymore. I let I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, and how could I have known about that? Take a walk down a dark and musty street in Brooklyn. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I ain't going to be sorry for none of it. You let sorry soothe your soul, because I'm going to soothe mine.
You were always inconsistent. Doing something, then being sorry. Beating my heart to death, talking about you sorry? Well, I will not call. I won't be nice. I will raise my voice and scream and shout and holler and break things and race the engine and tell all your secrets about yourself to your face. And I will list each and every one of my wonderful lovers and their gifts. I'll play Oliver Lake loud, and I won't be sorry for none of it. I loved you on purpose. I was open on purpose. I still crave vulnerability and close talk. And I'm not even sorry for you being sorry. You can carry around all the grit and grime you want to. Just don't bring it to me. I can't use another sorry. Next time, you should just admit you're mean, low down, trifling, and no good straight out. Instead of being sorry all the time, enjoy being yourself.
I was missing something.
Something so important.
Something promised.
And laying on of hands.
May the gods come into me and let me open to myself.
I was missing something.
Something promised.
Something free.
A laying on of hands.
I was missing something.
A laying on of hands.
Not a man.
Laying on.
Not my mama holding me tight, saying I was always going to be her girl. Not a laying on of bosom or womb. A laying on of hands. The holiness of myself being released.
I sat awake, walking the floors of the boarding house one night, crying, screaming, the ghost of another woman who was missing what I was missing. I just wanted to jump out of my bones and be done with me. Leave me alone and go into the wind. I couldn't feel anything. The numbness fell in. Then the only tree I saw lifted me up into her branches and set me in the sky to dawn a new dew. It was cold, and the sun came and embraced me, and we shined a new light of rose wine. It was like a million men standing over me. I was there, a child and a woman, weaving a new garment to give to the moon. I found God in myself, and I loved her fiercely.
And this is for color girls who have considered suicide, but are moving to the ends of their own rainbows.
This piece was dedicated to the women who represent our community, our culture, our Kwanzaa, the unity of woman and man, sister and brother. With that, the Soulflower Movement thanks you for your time.
Quit.